ati mundu akahura Raila nigetha tumuthure kumania hau kumania haha tuthiete na mbere ndugoke Mount Kenya kuhura Raila ndugoke gutwira ngani ati ni muru ati nigetha tuguthure ukana agenda ciaku tukurore wega tukurore githomo giaku tukurore uri ohana kana utetere andu kana urugame na mwananchi wa kawaida nigetha tugaguthura no ti kuhuraga mundu ati nigetha tuguthure.
Guconorithio, tunashukuru sana kwa sababu yenu. Bwana awabariki sana. Niulize all the pastors who are with us, pastors wote waliofika hapa wa Central Kenya region wote wako hapa, inueni mikono namna hiyo. Tunashukuru Mungu kwa sababu yenu. Asanteni sana. Tuna washirika wote.
Nino hoya ati ihinda riroka atongoria Mount Kenya matiriaragia uhoro wa baba to baba riu ona ni gukirita arandita ari siasa ine ona korwa akiri na energy yake thaici ametware hari guthondeka kiama kia ODM. No tugicoka hari atongoria aitu a Mount Kenya ne tutige gukoragwo ati turicaguraga mundu ni gukorwo ni ari uhoro wa baba ati ni amuhura guku nigetha akagia ngumo. Turendaga mundu agoka agatwira okonto gucogurire onako ni 2022 ugoka na scorecard yaku kana wira uri urutite ucio niguo turicokagia mundu naguo kana turi kuhea giti tondu andu aingi makoretwo makigia ngumo ni undu wa muthuri ucio kumuikara mukimuhuraga guku tukona mundu ucio ni agia ngumo muno no agethi haria bunge araikara miaka 5 hatari undu ari auga bunge tondu ona nikurakiumite report ya kuga andu aingi ona bunge-ini matiaritie for miaka iri yo ikihitukite tukaigwa twina kieha kinene muno tondu ni tuheire andu ite na ati uri akiri mwega muno kuri andu wega oguku agakorwo ati athi haria bunge wira uria tumuheire ndana uruta wira wake no gukira miaka 5 yathira agokaga tuhe ningi uhoro ungi haha kana agokaga kihura baba tugakimucokia no tuhoya ati kumania na haha njire aikari a kirima Ngai ni agugiteithia tugukona atongoria aria Ngai agugituhe tucokanirie kirima tombe tukorwo twi block njega ati ona mundu wothe okoni baba tondu baba ena kiama kina hinya ni akuhota guka arugama giti kia president ni tukuhota guka guikara nake twi metha-ini twina kiama gitu tukahota gucira twi ta block ya Mount Kenya tondu twaga urumwe tutigakorwo na hindi ciothe ukorwo ati tukihota kwiyaririria kana ona okoni mundu wothe woka kirima-ini tukaremwo ni gukorwo turi metha ona twaingira thirika-ini tukaga uge no hoe tugie na uge ukorwo ati ni tukunyitana tugoe na block imwe njega nigetha tukahota gwitetera na tukagia abunge ega ati ona mathi bunge-ini ni turi ona mundu onako ni hindi ria keki ya bururi iragayo tukagia onako ni ruiteki mundu rahota kwaria na tariu ona tukiaria horo wa ma abunge aingi aguku gwitu no ukorwo tutakimoyo na andu aingi matimoyo na maritwa ni gukorwo ona haria bunge matithiaga gucangira tariu ona tukiaria horo ungioria na mwana kana mundu wi haha umurie mubunge wake haru no ni akumumenya tondu ni mundu for instance ile just an example ni mundu hotaga guthie bunge haria ukona ni aracangira miswada-ini no yuge aingi Mount Kenya twa macaguria ni gukorwo wa populist yo guka guku gutwira horo wa baba na ki ugakorwo mundu ucio aingira bunge ni undu wa kiundu ndanamenya hasa kiria kimutwarire bunge niki koguo ni no ngirikia no hoe aikari aitu a Mount Kenya ndikiri umwe wao hindi ingi tugethi na haha mbere tugika siasa cia mwaka wa 2007 tucagure atongoria aria turionaga ni magututeithia nigetha at least ona ithu tukirugamia mundu haria bunge tukamenya no wa Mount Kenya na ni arahota gutetera gicigo giki gitu. Thank you.
Baritwa makone Dickson Manyara wa Mwangi ni muikariri gitwa kiama kia ODM thini wa county ya Nyandarua. Ndina ujumbe wa maundu meri. Ujumbe wa mbere ni kuga ahuri kura akuma kirima ni marakenire muno ni undu wa Raila gukorora na hota na giti kia EU
no matinakena nĩ kũmũthũra marauga makenete nigetha tondu no emetikĩtie ũngĩhota kũgũithia Ruto gĩthurano kĩrĩa kĩroka gĩa 2027 ũguo nĩ marakenire mũno na nĩ matũtũmĩte ũjumbe twĩre Raila ndakagũagũe na ndakanyitane na Ruto hau amũheire abadi mamũteithie areke mamũteithie nginya 2027 na maũndũ mao no Raila arũgame na Mũkenya auge maũndũ marĩa moru na ekire Kiama hinya nigetha 2027 akenya makorwo na njĩra hũthũ ya kweheria Ruto na njĩra ya kura gũtarĩ haro na gũtarĩ mĩgomo na gũtarĩ mũndũ kuumia nĩ ũndũ nĩtũkoretwo rĩngĩ twĩna thigithigi nĩtũngĩũria atongoria itũ merutanĩrie macenjie mawatho marĩa mangĩtũma gĩthurano gĩthũke nigetha IBC ikorwo yarĩka na mikakati ikorwo yarĩka nigetha mũndũ wothe ũrenda gũkarũgama gĩtĩ ta Mheshimiwa Raila, Mheshimiwa Kalonzo Musyoka, Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua na arĩa angĩ mũndũ wothe ũkenda kũheo nafasi kana kwĩrutĩra arũgame gĩtĩ kĩa president kana kĩa governor gwakorwo gũtarĩ na thigithigi ya kĩwatho kwĩna IBC njega na mawatho mega nigetha tũhote gũkorwo na gĩthurano gĩa thayũ na bũrũri wĩna thayũ. Nĩtuonete magathĩti-inĩ ũmũthĩ nĩ mararuta ũjumbe atĩ Ruto nĩ marageria gũcora ũrĩa megũrehe referendum anga marehe na ndiko marehe Raila gĩtĩ turamera kuma mashinani na tũrĩa atongoria na tũrĩa aikaria gũkũ Kenya tũtirenda ũhoro wa gĩtĩ gũthondekwo kĩa Raila mbeca icio irenda kwanangwo na referendum nĩ ihũthĩrwo na gũteithia Mũkenya mĩaka ĩno ĩrĩ ũhoro wa thibitarĩ one ndawa ũhoro wa gĩthomo ciana itige kũingatwo na thigithigi iria ingĩ irĩ bũrũri Raila tigĩte agĩte na tigĩa kũrĩa Raila nĩ ahotete na Raila arĩ na kĩama gĩake kĩa ODM na nĩ tũrũgamĩte nake na nĩ ekũrũgama na bũrũri nigetha waganu utige gwĩkwo na maũndũ marĩa moru matige gwĩkwo nĩ tũrahoya mũno Raila manyita o kiongozi harĩa matikarũe wenyewe kwa wenyewe o mũndũ nĩ ake kĩama gĩake nĩ harĩrie gĩthurano gĩetio mũndũ ũrenda gũthiĩ gĩthurano aingĩre na nĩ gwakorwo gĩthurano free and fair to nginya kũgĩe mũngano nigetha tũrute Ruto kĩama kĩa Ruto na ũtongoria wake nĩ mũthiru nĩ ihinda twetereire rĩa gĩgatiba rĩrĩa hetwo nĩ gatiba rĩa mĩaka 5 tũmũrute gũtarĩ haro kana ngũĩ.
I'm happy to be here on behalf of the national government to oversee or to preside over the handover of this site to the contractor for purposes of establishing an ICT hub. This is just one of the initial 100 ICT hubs that the national government is going to establish all over the country. Model ICT hubs or centers of excellence, if you can call it. The national government is fully financing the construction and operationalization of the initial 100 hubs. A minimum of 2 in each county. After that, the national government in partnership with the national government CDF, working together with the members of parliament, is also going to establish an additional 1,450 ICT hubs, 1 in each ward, all over the country, a total of 1,450. This is part and parcel of President Ruto's digital economy agenda, where we want to empower our youth by way of digital skilling and digital jobs. Once this ICT hub is established, the locals here, the youth, our young boys and girls, will get access to digital skills. They'll be trained on digital skills. But subsequent to that, courtesy of the national government, again, we will ensure that the youth get digital jobs. Are we together? Today, in this digital age, we no longer need to send our children to America, UK, Germany, or anywhere overseas to work there. They can work for global technological companies when they are right here in the village. And this is what we are pursuing as a Kenya Kwanza government to stem the influx of the youth to the urban centers in search of jobs. We want to create the jobs right here in the village. And with President Ruto leading from the front, we have embarked on the process of establishing the digital hubs in the village. The national government is doing the initial 100 model centers of excellence of ICT, fully funded by the national government. So the one which is going to be established here is fully funded by the national government. Are we together? But after that, we are going to have another additional 1 ICT hub in each and every ward, which means if Rarieda constituency, for example, has 5 wards. Then apart from the one we are doing here, we are going to have now an additional 5 ICT hubs financed by the national government in partnership with the Constituency Development Fund, working in partnership with the members of parliament. The members of parliament have already made the necessary amendments to the national government CDF fund that will now allow them to utilize 3% of the annual budgetary allocation of CDF to construct facilities for the establishment of the ICT hub. Once they have constructed the facility, the national government will come in to deploy the devices, that is the computers, connect the internet, facilitate the training of the youth, and also connect the youth to global technological companies for purposes of digital jobs. This is going to be a game changer. Imagine right here in the village, you have got a young boy or a young girl who completed Form 4 last year, has not been absorbed to the university. Now we are creating an opportunity for those young boys and girls to learn ICT skills here in the village. Then we connect them to global technological companies and they will be paid for their work, digital jobs, in dollars, not Kenya shillings, in dollars. It's amazing that in a period of 1 month, each and every child will be getting an average of about 200,000 shillings, right here in the village. Each ICT hub will be able to train 300 youth on one shift. And we can have 2 or 3 shifts in a day, which means if some come in the morning at 8, they can learn up to 2 p.m. or work up to 2 p.m. Then another group comes in at 2 p.m., they can work or learn or work up to 6 p.m. Then another group comes in the evening. The world now has changed. So when it is evening here, it is morning in other countries overseas. That is the paradox. So we can have these children learning and earning for 24 hours. So this is one of the mechanisms which President Ruto's government is utilizing to turn Kenya into a 24-hour economy.
Kajiado residents, the county assembly, and one of his key highlights in his speech was for the department and the legal department as well to enter into the memorandum of engagement framework that will ensure that we implement the MOE that we signed today. So we will soon be calling for a small team from Kiama.
I don't think it is important for their meeting because it is something that should.
There's also another important meeting that will be coming up.
Yes.
You can bring us it. We'll again do some policies in charge of the Department of Land.
Vice Chair, Oleporos Residents Association.
Good morning. Association and Edward Omniti and Mara.
We are through with the introduction. Yes. Yeah, so there will be no more stories.
It's brought on board the conservancies, the ranches, and all respectively. Then we included now.
Chairs, please, you make sure. Africa Union.
So we can begin with the resident association.
I'm the secretary for the KEIKARA, the apex body for the residents associations in Kajiado County. And today is actually a memorable day. We've achieved quite a milestone by signing the memorandum of engagement. And for us as residents, I'll just pick one point that this is going to help us. Participating in the planning process. Participate not only planning but also approval. In the context that before any development is done within our localities, then the residents associations must give a no objection letter. And this will be in line with the zoning, in line with the spatial planning, so that as we continue to develop the county, we are making a county that is livable. We are making a county that we are all proud to call home. Thank you.
The apex body, that is the resident association at the county level. Jukumu letu ama kusudi letu ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba we are in control of our urbanization. Kenya mzima tumekuwa na that complaint that Kenya is not able to coordinate her own resources because urbanization is moving faster than planning. Now as a county tumekuja pamoja na serikali ya county to ensure that we are able to moderate our urbanization so that we are able to map our resources with our ability to grow, because growth can be regulated.
Tony, mine is just to say this is a very good milestone that we have had today to sign an agreement with the resident association. I will just want to say that this is in line with the governor's agenda for livable towns. We are planning how the pressure from Nairobi that comes to Kajiado, which is in the metropolis, is going to be managed legally and in a sustainable manner. You've heard that also this is also going to cover rural areas. We have the Amboseli ecosystem plan being in consideration, and we are going to make sure